Excited to be on with you guys. We'll get this thing rocking and rolling. I think I've talked about the Super Bowl enough and delayed enough. Again, good morning to all of you, and thank you for being on with us. This morning. Our goal today is really just to fully summarize ROK Financial's affiliate program for you guys and give you a full overview of how to best take advantage of this amazing resource that we've built for small businesses through the network that you've built for yourself of small business owners, right? So I'm definitely excited to be on with you guys. I'm going to share my screen. We'll get this thing going. Just confirm for me in the chat that you guys can see the screen. That would be great. And then we'll get this thing going. All right, perfect. Move the chat over so I can see it. All right, good morning again. If you don't know who I am Tony Cimino, our VP of Business Development over here. And at ROK Financial, what business development really means is lead generation. So we have thousands of partners that send us thousands of businesses each and every month. And that is really the whole entire business development process for us here is managing that system. And I can assure you it's no easy task keeping everybody happy, but we do a damn good job of it. And I'm excited to be on with you guys and give you some details as to who ROK Financial is and what it means to work together. I don't want you to take my word for who we are and what we do. I'd rather you take your peers' words for it. I know, Dario, you've been on this platform for a while, man, and there's a reason that you stick around, right? It's because of who you work with and the work that we do, right? So don't take my word for it. Go onto Google, go onto Trustpilot, do your own research, and see who is it that ROK Financial is. Who is it that we work with, and how do we then continue to help these business owners time and time again? Well, it's through the networks that you guys have and the lending network that we've built. So I'll go into more detail about ROK Financial as a whole, but the goals for today to really understand for you would be what are the major benefits of being a partner and some of the minor benefits. I'll go into pretty much everything that it means to be a partner. How can ROK help me finance? How can ROK help me enhance my offerings? Right. Well, it's by bringing additional value to your network of small business owners and those that work with small business owners that and how can ROK, how can I generate more business with ROK? Well, that is a very, very great question. We're going to answer all of these things. And then the last part is what makes a great partner, right? How do I actually become one of these, top 10% partners that are out there that are making $10,000+ a month through our platform? I mean, the amount of commission that we send out on a weekly basis is actually crazy at this point. So definitely excited to explain all of this to you guys. I'm a big story person though. So you're going to get a little bit of story out of me. I don't read off of the slides. The slides are here for you guys. And you will get a copy of the slides at the end of the presentation. Everybody who registered will get a copy of the slides and a copy of the recording of this webinar here. And the whole story of ROK Financial is really the story of kind of the economy that exists and how technology has integrated itself into commercial financing has really allowed us to exist all together, right? So quick history lesson. ROK was founded by James Webster way back in 07, 08, right as the mortgage crisis kind of hit and we went into the recession of 08 there. James pivoted from working in the mortgage industry into then helping small business owners obtain financing, because at that time there really were no real options for small business owners, if I'm being honest. And the reason was because you couldn't even get a mortgage at that time, let alone go out and get a business loan. Well, in today's market, right, we've grown the alternative finance marketplace into AR and factoring products, into commercial real estate products, into traditional term loans and lines of credit, equipment financing, all of these products that make up ways for small business owners to access funding, right? There's that saying out there of other people's money, or OPM, right? I can tell you the most successful full business owners keep their cash in their pocket and figure out a way to leverage that business into opportunity for themselves to make more cash to put in their pockets. Well, the business owners that we help, we are helping time and time again take advantage of those opportunities through the financing that's available to them. So I'm more than excited to have the opportunity to chat with you guys, because I really want you to understand the whole system, right? And what does it actually mean? Well, we're built on a few pillars that it takes to be successful in commercial financing. And the true fact is that ROK Financial is one of the biggest brokers in commercial finance. We do so much volume across so many different products with so many different lenders that there's very few out there that can say that they have the same system, or that compares to what ROK offers. But what makes us completely different is you guys. It's our partnerships that really allow us, our affiliates that really allow us to extend our reach and really have the most impact within small business, right? So a few things that make us rock. Number one is speed. I remember my first days in this industry over 10 years ago. Written on the whiteboard was a saying that said, "Time kills all deals." If a small business owner has an opportunity, one of two things is going to happen. They're either going to take advantage of it or they're not. But one thing is going to happen, and that opportunity is going to pass them by, right? And they are either going to take advantage or they're not. So funding is a lot of times opportunity based. They have something that they're looking to take advantage of, or a challenge that they're trying to solve. And within that, there's a certain time frame that all of this needs to take place. The best thing that I could tell you about ROK Financial is we move at the pace of the borrower. If somebody needs money today, the good news is it's only about 10, 12, or 10:15 in the morning. I don't know exactly what time it is, but it's very early in the morning here on the East Coast. So we have plenty of time to get that deal done same day if they need it, right? If there's a highly motivated borrower with an opportunity that is extremely time sensitive, we will get that opportunity taken advantage of for them. The other thing is if you're somebody that is looking to earn on this product, right? Earn on small business lending, well, we pay extremely fast. If you fund a deal this week, we're paying you your commissions just next week. So it works like a paycheck. Any deals you close this week, you're getting paid next week. And again, it moves extremely, extremely quickly. The next thing is our network. It's our network of lenders, the top lenders that are allowing us to do business with these small businesses, right? Their products are not for everybody. In fact, a lot of times they're pretty specified. The ones that help restaurants and retail shops aren't the same ones that help transportation companies and construction companies, right? So we're partnered with all of the best lenders in all of the industries that allow us to offer the best product and services back to your customers, right? The service that we provide is in taking that lender's data and what they like and what the lending that they do, and then pairing your customer with the best 2 or 3 options so that they can make a well-informed decision for themselves. We know that competition breeds excellence, right? So we're not just going to offer one option to a business owner and say, hey, take it or leave it. No, what we do is we make the lenders compete for their business so that when your customer applies, they're getting a blended offer of the best term, the best rates at the most money that they can qualify for, so that when they're looking at, hey, I'm going to take advantage of capital within my business, they know it's the best option for them and what's on the market today. I'm clicking the wrong way. There we go. If you guys do have questions, please put them into the Q&A. I will answer all questions with a live Q&A as soon as we wrap up the short presentation here. I just know sometimes the chat can get lost. So I do have Matt on the team here that might answer some of your questions in the Q&A if it's something that he can get right back to. But if it's something that we should discuss with everybody, he'll leave them in there, and we'll discuss everybody's questions here at the end. But your questions will be answered, I promise. And then the products, right? Once you get from the lenders and what they like to do, it's really understanding, all right, how do they like to do it, right? And that's the products. How is the products? Really, I want you guys to think of two buckets. Bucket number one is the way that banks lend is traditional style lending, and that is secured lending, or stuff that is tied to a specific asset or assets within a business, right? So you have asset-based lending, which is purchase order financing, factoring, accounts receivable financing, structured debt, all fall under that category where you're going to utilize somebody's accounts receivable, somebody's information to really get them, somebody's receivables that they've billed out for their business to go get them access to capital. You have SBA loans. The SBA likes to take what's called a blanket lien across any assets that a business might own, right? So if you are somebody that has a ton of assets and you want to leverage them, you can utilize the SBA to help get those, those deals, help you get access to that funding or help you fund those specific assets, like commercial real estate. Commercial real estate can be aligned with a small with the SBA. You can buy you can buy commercial real estate utilizing an SBA loan, but you can also then utilize specific commercial real estate products. And commercial real estate really encumbers two different kinds of products. Number one is owner-occupied commercial real estate, meaning I am a business owner. I occupy 51+% of a specific building or specific piece of property, right? I can finance that property to buy it, or I can refinance it if I already own it. The second arm to commercial real estate is investment, right? Any type of investment real estate, whether that's mixed use investments, commercial properties, ground up construction, fix and flip, 1 to 4 family investment and multifamily investment properties, right? All of that investment style where you're not going to be the business that operates 51+% falls under that like investment category of commercial real estate. And that is, those are really the products, including equipment financing. I almost skipped equipment, right? And then equipment financing, which is specific to a piece of equipment. And I want to talk to you guys about this for a second because a lot of equipment lenders, they don't like to lend more than like $250, $300, or even $350,000 on any one piece of equipment, right? But I got a deal yesterday from a partner of ours, and the partner sent us a deal for five different Volvo Volvo trucks. They're like the big like Mack style over the road type of trucks. They needed 5 new ones. They currently have 27 trucks in their fleet. They're looking to replace a couple and add 3 more so that they can get to 30 within the fleet. And basically, it's 5 brand new trucks. They're about $196,000 a piece, right? So the 5 trucks are over $900,000 combined. Right. So no one lender really likes to have that much exposure. There are a couple, but a lot of times what they like to do is they like to have 1 or 2 trucks that they'll take on. Right. So what we're able to do actually is go to a few different lenders to get this deal done. Right. We're going to lender A with 2 trucks, lender B with 2 trucks, lender C with a truck. And it allows this business owner to get what they're looking for by utilizing ROK's network of lenders. Right? If they went to an equipment finance lender directly, they might be declined because they're looking for too much money. But if you say, hey, I'm going to do one truck over here, two trucks over here, and two trucks over there, well, now all of a sudden it starts to work out. And that's a lot of work if you're a business owner trying to do this by yourself. But when you have ROK Financial in your back pocket, it looks the same for you. We're going to get your deal done just the same as it would be if you were working with one lender, except you're just going to have to show that, hey, this is one here, this is two there, this is two there, and we'll get that done for that customer. So it's little things like that that make ROK Financial, a real resource for you guys, for the businesses that you're working with. And then the other side of the business is unsecured lending. And this is where most business owners take advantage of the most flexible style of lending that's available. And that is things like lines of credit, term loans, working capital, small business loans, cash advances, and those things really help pretty much any business get access to cash. And cash is king, right? You can go out and buy equipment. You can go out and buy a piece of property. You can go out and do both of those things. You can go out and hire employees to operate the equipment and maintain their payroll for a few months as that equipment starts to show you a return on the investment that you've made, right? So cash is certainly king, and that's why a lot of times small business owners will take advantage of some form of unsecured lending, regardless of what they're doing with the money. So we do see a lot of both of these transactions. We're able to help in any of those scenarios that we've went through, and really the service that we provide to you guys is understanding, hey, I have a business owner that's looking for funding. Okay, great. We're going to help you from that point on right there, right? ROK is here to get you access to the best marketing available. We offer customized marketing materials, from emails and text messages to social media content to success stories. I'll shoot videos for you and your team. It doesn't matter to me. Send me a T-shirt with your logo on it, and I'll start filming videos for you. You heard it here first, I promise. We got this great studio here, and I'll make sure to put it to use. These lights even change colors if you want. I'll use your company colors right in the video. No, whatever type of marketing support you need, whether that's co-branded experience where you want to show that, hey, I'm working with ROK Financial, and where our lending is powered by ROK Financial, whether you want to white label the experience where it's your brand that the customers see, or you want to leverage ROK's brand and just say, hey, ROK Financial is here to help. All of these different options are available to you within the terms of within working with us on a marketing scope. Sales really gives us a ton of different options when it comes to the sales. We offer you guys multiple points of contact throughout the funding process that are your funding team. You're going to get a business development officer that works with you day one to make sure that you have everything you need to be successful within your partnership. When you start referring business owners over, you're going to get a funding advisor who's going to work with you and your customers, and they're going to really help your customers understand what options are available to them, how to apply for those types of products, what's needed to get approved, how to then take that approval and ultimately get access to the funding, right? And walk you and your customers through that entire process. And once you do have customers that are actively applying and they're submitting documentation, you're also going to get a production coordinator that's going to work with your funding team to make sure that any of our lenders that have any feedback, and anything that's coming back through the system is streamlined directly to you, directly to your customers, really giving you guys the ability to just be in charge, if I'm being honest. The best way that I could explain it is you guys just became the CEO of your own commercial financing arm, to whatever it is that you do by utilizing ROK Financial. So whatever your vision of success would be with that, great, tell us so that we can go out and deliver on that, because that's our ultimate goal. We know we're only successful, or as successful as you want this to be. I have an out-of-the-box experience. We have an out-of-the-box experience. I believe that it's the best thing on the market. Whether you're talking about sales, marketing, or even the Rockstar technology, from our direct Salesforce CRM access that you guys are going to get, and all of the DocuSign and customized, points of, our proprietary points of technology, things like our loan analysis, things like our funding calculator that are all customized to the businesses that are applying and what their real scenario is today, right? All of these things that are given back to you guys are there for you to take advantage of. But it's awesome that we have them. It's not awesome if you don't use them, right? So communicate with us so that you know what to use, when to use it, and how to get the best and the most out of it, because that's going to make us all successful. That's going to help the most small businesses get access to the most money the most efficiently, right? I always like to give a quick shout out to the biz dev team. Whether you're working with any of the guys on the team, they're awesome, and want you to know who they are and what they do. They're here to make sure that your partnership with us is a successful one. So feel free to give these guys a shout. If you're brand new or you're new and wanna partner with us, this is who you'll be speaking with. A lot of times I do jump on calls with you guys early on to really get a good understanding, but these are your direct points of contact. So shout out to the team. Shout out to Christian, who Seth mentioned he's had a few conversations with. Mandy said she just spoke with Andrew. That's awesome. I got Matt in the room here with me, answering your questions in the Q&A and communicating in the chat. So they're definitely here to help. I can assure you that. I want you guys to understand how simple it is to take advantage of working with ROK, because I know I've gone through a lot of details on what we do and how we do it, and made it seem like a lot. It is a lot, right? And I want you to feel that. I hope you understand that, what we bring to the table is a massive value. It's not only all of the things that I talked about it, but it's also all of the experience that comes with working thousands of transactions each and every month. So we're able to pass that off to you guys and make it an extension of you and your business at your fingertips, right? And what I mean by that is we look for you guys to provide to us what we refer to as the 3 N's. And that's a client's name, their number, and that they have a need for financing. What do I mean by a need? I mean that they're purchasing equipment, or that they're updating equipment, or that they're ramping up for the new year, so they're taking advantage of of maybe purchasing inventory in bulk, or doing some additional marketing, or they're solving a challenge, right? Maybe there's a cash flow crunch, or they're looking to utilize the funding to pay some vendors, or whatever it is, right? We're here to understand that as long as you provide us with somebody like that, we can assist them in understanding how to apply for, what the best options are, and ultimately how to get access to funding for their business, right? And all you have to do is sit back and relax. And ultimately, 1 week after that deal funds, the following Friday, you're going to receive commission. A lot of times I like to think of it like mailbox money, where, again, you can be involved as much or as little as you guys would like. I'm not saying that you don't have to be involved. I'm just saying that you don't need to be involved. Now, if you're a consultant that's working directly with these business owners, you want to be hands-on, you want to learn a little bit more about our products, or shoot, if you're a broker that offers one of these products, or a lender that's offering one of these products, or somebody that offers a couple of these products, well, we can still work together, because there's going to be things that we do that you don't, and vice versa, right? So let's have a conversation about it, about how we can work together to really make the most impact and the most money together. I see we shouted out Nick and Ryan. Those guys are really awesome, and Christian. All of them are really great to be working with. So, shout out to those guys. I always like to. This is a newer slide for us, but it's something that we always talk about, and it's always interesting as to the conversations that kind of come from this, right? Because everybody wants to know, like, what does it take to get funding? Well, very basic requirements, or most minimal requirements, are that you need 3 to 6 months time in business, $10,000 plus per month in gross revenue, and access and are depositing that revenue into an actual business checking account, right? If you meet those minimum criteria, we have options for you and your business. We provide loans from $10,000 all the way up to $10 million plus on some of those commercial style or secured lending products. We we do deals as high as 15, 20, or 25 million, depending on the transactions. Funding is available in as little as 12 to 24 hours, right? It could be as quickly as same day or next day, depending on exactly what you're looking for. And you're going to get access to 75 plus lenders within the platform that are offering these different products. And a couple things, right? Some top industries are things like the healthcare industry, the construction industry, restaurants, the transportation industry. I can continue this list if you guys would like. Things like auto repair are great. Nail salons, barber shops, any personal or professional service businesses. So things like bookkeepers, CPAs, insurance companies, right? Like all of these different types of businesses. Construction, you can get real specific in there, specialized construction, people who are doing custom cabinetry and roofing and siding and framing and HVAC and, they're doing excavation. All of these industries are fantastic. Anybody within the healthcare, the medical, dental type of industry is awesome, from med spas and home healthcare businesses to your local doctor or dentist or eye doctor or whoever, right? All of these industries, if you drive past these businesses, right, a lot of times those are the businesses that we're funding. If you're working with small businesses, right, businesses that have 100 or less employees, 200 or less employees, small to medium businesses, this is who we help each and every day get access to 10 to from 10,000 to $10 million, right? And that really is who we help. Our top states, they basically follow the top states in terms of population. So if you wanted to continue this list, you got North Carolina, South Carolina, you have New Jersey is in there, Ohio is in there, Illinois is in there, and I know I'm missing some. Colorado is a big one for us. Arizona is a big one for us. Pretty much, you look at the major cities, the surrounding areas, the cities that have the most people. That's where we do the most business. We do business in all 50 states. There's tons of different options available in pretty much everywhere and for every product. That's what we help you guys really understand is what are the best options and how does it work, right? A few tips that I always like to make sure that I leave you guys with are a few things. Number one is get to know that team. Who are you working with? I know you guys mentioned you knew who you were working with. That's a big piece of this. The communication is the biggest key. I can assure you of one thing, and it's that change is going to come. In commercial financing, the banks change, the lenders change, the feds change the rates. Like all of these things matter. Industries go up, industries go down. If you don't think bird flu is affecting our industry right now, you're crazy, right? If eggs are going up, that means retail is changing. That means transportation is changing. That means that people are going in and spending their money differently. If you are making anything that involves eggs, your cost just went up. So every restaurant, every food prep company, they're all seeing this affect their business. Thus, it affects ours, right? So get to know your team. They'll make sure that you're keeping up with the latest and greatest in terms of what's changing, why it's changing, and why it matters, especially for you and the businesses that you work with. The second thing is leverage all of our products, right? And I'm not saying that you're not somebody that's already offering some of these products. If you are, great. But don't limit yourself to just the ones that you're offering today. Let's get you offering all of these other products because it's a massive way for you to help the small businesses that you're already working with. So it's really, really about you providing all of the options so that you can help all of the businesses all of the time. The one thing I can tell you is banks are going to continue to not lend money. Year after year, the statistic is 90% of small businesses are declined by their local bank and 90% of small businesses are declined by the SBA. That's the fact, right? That's not something that changes, right? There are over 33.5 million small businesses in the United States. I will tell you right now, I don't focus on the ones that are the 10% that go out and get these other products and have all of these other relationships. We focus on the businesses that are having a hard time, that aren't getting the funding that they need, or maybe they're underfunded or they're not getting the right type of funding. We help them take advantage of what's available today, tomorrow, 6 months from now, 12 months from now. We're not going anywhere. I bring my son to work every weekend. He wants to work here when he's older. So I promise you, we're not going anywhere. And we're here to help you guys leverage what it is that we have access to. And that's all of the commercial financing products. The second thing, the third thing is make sure you're understanding the residual opportunity through referring businesses and other partners. The more businesses that you refer, the more partners that you refer, the bigger your book of business becomes. They start referring other businesses in, and you're earning on all of these overrides that are coming through your network. But make sure you attend our webinars. I know this is a tip that I'm giving to, as they say, you're preaching to the choir, Tony, right? Well, I'm preaching to the choir because it's important that you understand each and every month we're going to bring you these updates live in person, allow you to ask and answer all of your questions. Sorry, my eye is tearing out of nowhere. Allow you to ask and answer all of your questions so that you're keeping up with what's important for you and what's relevant for you and the businesses that you're working with. The last piece is we're doing quarterly masterminds. Do you guys know exactly what the date is? I can't remember. We did confirm a date. April 3rd and 4th is our next in-person mastermind that we're going to be doing here in the office. Really quick, in the chat, if you're interested in more information about attending a free in-office ROK training, 2 days, commercial finance mastermind, we bring in speakers, we do some speaking ourselves. Throw it in the chat that you're interested now, and I'll make sure that you're at the top of the list of people who are hearing about this event. Because again, it's important that you guys know, hey, we're here to help. The event is going to be in person. I saw Mandy's question, even though a bunch of people said interested in there. It's in person here at ROK Financial. We're located on Long Island in New York. So we do call it a fly-in event for those of you that would have to fly in to New York. The beauty is there's a ton of airports. You'll sit in a little bit of traffic to get here, but I promise you we'll make it worth your time. The last time we had 40 somewhat partners that left here with so much knowledge and so much information, and we've done so much business from it. It's really been a major benefit to all of those who attended and were able to make it. So we'll make sure that anybody that comments interested or commented interested, you guys get some information from from our team on that event so we can get you guys registered. We do have these events quarterly. So, again, we will be back, and we do events in person all over the U.S. So as we're traveling this year, you guys will hear about different things that we're doing. We might end up in the same city. We might end up in your city, but hopefully we get a chance to meet you in person, because just know I'm a hugger. So if we do get a chance to meet, I'm going to bring you in for the real thing. A couple of quick success stories for you guys. Well, I promise you there's only a couple slides left. We're here to help you guys, right? So it's important that you know who are the businesses that we help. I know I mentioned a ton of industries and a ton of different things that we do. We provide as little as $10,000 all the way up to $10 million. And it's really all about helping these small business owners gain access to the best capital options for them in their business. I promise that. We work time and time again with deals that have or business owners that have been through the ringer. They've applied elsewhere. They may have even taken other funding, and then we're able to come in and kind of change things up and give it a fresh look and ultimately really help them. I mean, there's a few really large brokers in our industry, guys, that utilize ROK when they're business isn't able to close their own transactions. So they're out there gathering the same documents. They're out there working with the same lenders. They're out there, providing the same service, but they can't ultimately leverage the business the same way. And a prime example was we had this special needs school in Texas that applied with us after having a $500,000 approval, right? So they were already approved for $500K, and ultimately they didn't take it. Why? Because they needed $2 million, right? So I say, what's a cup of water when you're drowning, right? Well, they were like, hey, listen, we're going to need a little bit more than a cup of water to get out of this, right? So the 500K just didn't work. They applied with us, and when they did, we start talking to them about, well, what was it that made you not move forward? Hey, I need access to more capital, right? So we asked them about their business, and turns out, we might have been able to get them $600,000 on the business, but we weren't going to be able to get them 2 million. There wasn't, we don't turn water into wine, no, but we're able to look at things from a fresh perspective. So what did we ask? We said, hey, do you own any other businesses? And turns out this was just the newest of four of these schools that this business actually owned. There were four entities that they owned, and they were only applying with one entity, right? So they were saying, hey, we have this new school that we want to get updated and do all these upgrades to. We need $2 million to get it going, and it's not going to be much less than that, right? So what we were able to get them was actually $1.8 million by leveraging that school and a couple of the other schools. And the coolest part about it was that we were able to give them the funding as they needed, right? So rather than giving them $2 million right on the upfront and them having to make payments on $2 million and the interest on $2 million, we gave them $900,000 on the upfront, and then 10 weeks later they got another $400,000, and then 10 weeks later they got another $400,000, and it was all structured on the same terms so that you're not paying any more for the money until you're getting access to more money, right? So it really allowed them to leverage that exact scenario where we're looking to help them really take advantage of the most important things that are that they're looking to accomplish, right? For them, it was major renovations to a new location or a newer location, right? They had to have what they needed. So we were able to leverage the existing ones into getting them the funding that they were looking for, and it really made them successful. If you are new, or this is your first webinar, or you've never been on a webinar, and you're looking to partner with ROK, we make it super easy. You can scan this QR code here on your screen, fill out a quick short form, name, number, email, those types of things, and we will get you rocking and rolling, as I like to say. In terms of being a partner, it's really simple to get you going, get you access to all the marketing technology and the sales points of contact. And if you sign up now, you'll get access to your point of contact probably within the next 30 to 60 minutes. They'll be reaching out to you. So feel free to scan this QR code if you're brand new. If you're not new and you want to reach out to us, you want to reconnect, you want to get connected again, you need some more information, feel free to call us directly, send us an email, go to our website, look for the information, scan the QR code and become a partner. Whatever it is that you're looking for, we want to be able to deliver on for you. So definitely feel free to reach out to us, and we'll certainly get you whatever information that we can. Definitely excited to have you guys on. Appreciate you definitely rocking out with me this morning, and I hope you got your questions answered. I hope you had a ton of information that was shared with you. Our next webinar is on the 20. What's that? The 20th of this month. Yeah. All right. The next webinar is at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 20th of this month. And that's going to be specific to equipment financing. So if you're looking for more info on equipment leasing, financing, the different types of equipment, how it works, and more specific on that, make sure you join us on the 20th at 2 p.m. or at least register for it so you're getting the recording and the slides of that. And shout out to anybody who's gonna be at the in-person mastermind here in a few short weeks after that. Believe me, April will be here before we know it. So definitely excited to be on with you guys this morning. Thank you again for rocking out with me, and I hope you guys all have a great and a rock star day. Thanks, everybody.